Okay.
Hey guys, today I am joined by my wife,
Hello.
and we are going to read through your guys' worst first date stories that are pretty funny, and also select the top 3 that are going to win these 3 lenses. Voila!
Hooray.
Okay, so we're gonna get into reading all of these stories. Ready, set, go.
So this video had like over 300 comments. So we read through them all. They're all hilarious, but we tried to narrow it down. So narrowed it down to our top 50, and we're gonna try and compress that into less than that because that's a long video. Worst first date. I picked her up in my sister's car, which I borrowed so my sister could use my van to go to a live music show. On the way home, I was stopped by the police, handcuffed, and taken to the police station. The car was towed because the tags on her car were expired, which I did not know about. She was taken home by another officer, and the relationship ended shortly after.
Wow.
I don't know if you had a relationship to begin with, but
That's bad.
that'd be embarrassing.
Do you get arrested just for having bad tags?
Maybe.
This one's short. We went out for dinner, and at the end, she gave me a rose condom. Yeah, exactly. A rose made out of condoms.
Dirty girl. Oh man. I was 16 and a nervous wreck. We get to the theater and start walking. I slip on ice and shatter my front teeth. No first kiss that evening for this young boy. That would be so sad.
That is terrible.
I know.
All right, shout out to Ronald Q for defending me on his first date. Apparently, he got into some sort of argument with this girl who was also into photography. So, yes, thank you.
Good job.
I went on a date to the movies, and she picked the movie. We were a little late, but she was very adamant on what she wanted us to watch, even though the movie had been playing for about 20 minutes. Unaware of what the movie was about, I purchased tickets to Saw 4. She laughed every time someone died in terrible ways. That is creepy.
I know. Worst first date that I can remember. I had bad indigestion before I was supposed to meet this girl for a slice of pizza. I thought if I slammed some Pepto beforehand, it might help. It didn't. I sat at the bar next to her, and she leaned in to say hi, and my stomach answered. Nothing but weird noises for the whole date. Despite that, it seemed to go okay, and at the end, I took the gamble and went in for a kiss, and she shot her head down real quick, and I ended up kissing her forehead with my bottom teeth. Luckily, there was no blood, but I had a swollen lip and the knowledge a woman would sacrifice a body part to avoid kissing me.
Oh.
Sad.
My worst first date experience was 6 to 7 years ago. I invited a girl that I've known for 5 to 6 months for a dinner at home. I have prepared a delicious meal, lightened up the candles, and I've put some romantic music. When she arrived, she froze at the door and said she doesn't like the smell of candles, and seconds after that she told me she never listens to romantic music. This killed every romance that was left in me, and the date went not so good.
I just want to say props to that guy because that's how dates should be, and keep doing that even though that probably ruined your experience, but that's sweet.
Yeah, it was just a bad.
I had this date when I was still in college, and yes, I've been planning and saving for so long because I really liked the girl. And then diarrhea came exactly on that day, and I had no plans on canceling it. I got more acquainted with the toilet door than the girl during that bloody evening. Everything else was history. That would be horrible. That would be so sad.
On our first date, I wanted to impress her by taking her to an expensive steakhouse. Nice. After, keyword after, we were seated, she told me that she was a vegetarian. She had a meal of bread and a side order of potatoes. She became a vegetarian because of the bad tasting meat she was served while incarcerated, which she also told me after 2 years for assault with a deadly weapon, which was a meat cleaver. Needless to say, the steak was delicious.
That'd be so scary.
Oh, the things you learn on first dates.
I know.
Classic.
Worst first date. It was set up by my friend, so we meet at a nice restaurant. She was just very nice, so we're sitting at the table. I told her, "What would you like to eat?" She said, "Fish." I said, "Okay." Then out of nowhere, she pulls down her panties and put them on my plate. When I grabbed them, they smelled like fish. LOL. I was thinking, I need to get out of here.
Oh, what? She just pulled off her panties?
Yeah, that's disgusting. But why would you grab them and smell them? That's just as bad.
Out for coffee, and she makes a rude sexual comment and takes off her glasses and pops her glass eyeball out and places it on the table. Oh my gosh.
That'd be so creepy.
Ew.
I planned a date with a guy where we would go to the aquarium and then get some tacos afterwards. He forgot his wallet, and I ended up paying for everything. He wanted to see all the shows the aquarium had to offer, and he ordered the most expensive thing on the menu. Classic. And when my friend came to pick me up, he started flirting with her. It was definitely a date for the books.
Wow. Did not make reservations at the restaurant, and it was packed. I was hugely embarrassed. We didn't have time to wait or eat somewhere else, so I bought us only coffee, and we milled about awkwardly outside in freezing Michigan November. Then we went to a concert, which was fine, but we weren't able to eat dinner till like 11 p.m., by which point we were starving. We were sitting at the restaurant, but I could not eat my food because I was so stressed. I felt like I was going to throw up. We're married now, though.
So sweet. Aw. Happy ending.
That's good. That's a
to
good
a bad date. Worst first date was when I took Ashley out for drinks. Ashley wanted to share a frozen margarita pitcher. Being the gentleman I am, I offered to pour Ashley her drink. I go to pour the frozen margarita, and the entire pitcher came out at once, going all over her side of the table and her dress. Ashley awkwardly laughed and told me it was fine and to not worry about it, and the date continued on. Ashley ordered the house special tacos. At the end of the night, I walked Ashley to her subway stop. As the train approached, I went in to kiss Ashley. Ashley pushed me away and she said, "My name is Lauren, a-hole." I never heard from her again. You missed out.
How did you make that mistake?
A girl who doesn't care if you pour a whole pitcher of margarita on her, that's pretty good. And then you mess up her name.
Valentine's, 16 years old, blind date. Turned out we were related.
Ew. Dang. Took her to a nearby family-run restaurant. To our surprise, it seemed like there were live bands that night. What we didn't know was that it was for a memorial for someone who had passed away, and we were surrounded by that person's friends and family. She really wanted to try the food, so we stayed and endured heartfelt speeches and people crying while eating our meal super uncomfortably. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. That would be like funeral crash.
Oh, it's so funny when you say it. When I say it's not funny. My worst first date experience was when I invited someone over so I can cook for them. All went well. I made tacos with frijoles and rice. Then we sat down and watched a movie. She said she needed to use the restroom, and then maybe 5 minutes later, she rushed back, grabbed her bag, and left. Caught off guard, I wondered what she was so mad about, so I went into the bathroom and found the toilet disgustingly clogged to the brim. So I grabbed my friend's plunger and hit the hole. Never tacos y frijoles again. Oh, man.
I think that's almost worse for her because that's really embarrassing, and that would be so sad.
How do you recover after that?
You don't. That's why she didn't call.
And now the finals. These are our top 3 favorite worst first date stories. So, number 3, go.
Here we go. My worst first date would be when I met a girl I worked with after work. I really thought we were hitting it off pretty well. She was very interested in everything I talked about. Then the conversation slowly drifted to her side business, which turned out to be a pyramid scheme, and I was her next recruit. But we were interrupted by her boyfriend, who threatened to inflict harm on me. So I left a $10 bill on the table, got in my truck, and I got out of there. The next day at work was pretty awkward.
So Robin Reagan, send me your address. I will send you this Helios lens. Congratulations.
Good job.
Number 2. She wore a white dress while pouring her a refill of Chianti. Classy. I knocked over the glass, spilling wine all over her dress. Leaping up to help her, the tablecloth got stuck by my belt and upset the candle, setting the table on fire. First date and last date rolled into one.
That's so sad.
You meant so well. I feel so bad for you. That's an awesome story. Congratulations. That's Art Liberty. Send me your address and you will win this lens here. This
Yay!
is the Henji Igia.
Woo! So the number one winner, I thought it was a little mean. Arthur loved it, so he wanted this to be the winner. So here we go. My worst first date was a blind date with a woman using pictures 6 years out of date. When I picked her up, it was like that scene from Jurassic Park where they look down at the cup of water and see the vibrations from the T-Rex. She demanded we go to IHOP, 45 minutes away, where she consumed no less than 3 stacks of pancakes, 3 cups of hot chocolate, a chocolate milkshake, and a waffle. I spent the whole night trying to get my friend to call in a work emergency, but he decided to make me suffer for at least an hour before getting me out of it. Oh, and she had a peace symbol tattooed on her neck that apparently she did herself in the dark without a mirror because it looked more like she sat on a Mercedes-Benz emblem than a peace sign.
This is so bad. There's so many things wrong with that date. That is why it is the winner. What's the name? Shada. Send me your address and I will send you this lens. Whopping 7 artisans, 25 mils. So congratulations. I think you deserve it after enduring a terrible date such as that one.
You all deserve lenses after these dates. There were so many horrible ones. Oh, man.
Yes. So thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for everyone that wrote in and told us about your terrible dates. They were hilarious and a lot of fun to read. So as always, thank you guys for subscribing. Stay tuned for more, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye. A top 10 list of...
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Is that worse though?
probably.
Really?
No.
So, you all...
Y'all.
Y'all... Oh, I can't read.
I'll do it for
No! Okay. Bad person.
Bad person.
Should I say that?
No. Hey guys, so today I am joined by my wife.
What's up?